Illegal places you can't go to, but people went anyway. North Sentinel Island.
क्यों भाई?
On the 17th of November 2018, John Show illegally visited the island to preach Christianity to the tribe. This would be the last time John would be seen alive. He was killed with arrows when he got to the island and tried to communicate with them. It is believed that the tribe consumed his body.
The weirdest celebrity deaths in the world. Robert Williams was an American factory worker and is the first known case of dying from a robot. One of the industrial arms struck him and killed him on impact. A man named Vladimir was chewing bubblegum and he dipped his gum into an unknown substance. He dipped it and he put the gum back in his mouth and it caused an immediate explosion. One unidentified man in 1888 was killed by a meteorite. In fact, this is the only person that's known in human history to die from a meteorite. If you want to know the chances of this happening to you, it's about 1 in 1.6 million. In other words, you have a better chance of getting struck by a meteorite 182 times before you'll ever win the lottery. Make sure to press the plus.
Here are some photos taken right before disaster. Maria de Hoya sadly passed away from tuberculosis at only 21 years old. During her illness, however, her doctor, Carl Tanzler, fell in love with her. And after she died, he kept her mummified body for 7 years until he was eventually caught and imprisoned. And this is her body when she was discovered. In Ukraine, a woman once got lost in the catacombs under the city after having a New Year's Eve party down there with some friends. She was never found until this group of teenagers stumbled across her body right here. This is the last photo ever taken of Uruguayan Flight 571 right before it crashed into the Andes Mountains. Those that survived the crash were forced to cannibalize the dead to survive until they were rescued 72 days later.
Terrifying close calls with death. In this bone-chilling video posted to YouTube in 2020, a man dives straight into the ocean unaware of what's swimming right next to him. The man accidentally dives headfirst onto a massive great white shark. The man quickly realizes the mistake he's made and tries to get back to the boat as fast as he can. Thankfully, the shark just calmly kept on swimming. However, the man is very lucky. He could have easily been attacked.
Moral of the story, don't sleep on the first floor. In 2014, a young woman woke up to strange noises coming from under her bed. When she finally worked up the courage to look, there was nothing there. The next morning when she got up, there were footprints leading right up to the sliding door that went right into her room. She instantly calls her dad, who comes over and traces the footsteps back to a house of a very troubled teen who admitted to spying on her. But he swore up and down he hadn't done that in weeks. They don't believe him, and they threaten to call the police if they ever see him on the property again. That night, the girl's on her phone in bed when she starts to hear the strange sounds again.
The world's most unexplainable things. I'm sure you've heard of the circling sheep, but have you seen the video? This video shows hundreds of sheep just walking around in a circle for 12 days straight. All of these sheep are in perfect health condition, and the reason for them walking is unknown. One guy on Reddit had the idea that this is the 9th circle of hell forming, and other people have speculated that this is some kind of circling disease. I don't know, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below.
Terrifying ocean encounters caught on camera. In this 2013 video, a diver is chilling at the bottom of the ocean with a massive fish. The giant fish is called a Goliath groper and they are known to be aggressive.
I know fish.
The diver gets a little bit too comfortable with the beast and that's when this
बचपन में
happens.
एनिमल प्लेनेट देख देख कर बड़ा हुआ ना, इन सब के बारे में पता है. ये हमला
Thankfully, the
नहीं
diver was
करते.
not injured, but this could have definitely gone worse.
This is why you should
हमला नहीं
always
करते.
trust your gut. In the early 1970s, a college student decided to hitchhike his way home after class. A car pulls up, a man offers him a ride, and he climbs in. As soon as the car started moving, the student felt totally uneasy, like something was wrong, but he couldn't quite place it. Without saying anything, he waited till the next time they slowed down, and he flung the door open and ran away. 2 years later, he's flicking through TV channels when he comes across this special interview with a death row inmate. And it's just the audio recording, so he hears the interviewer ask the inmate, "Why did you remove all the door handles inside of your car?" The man just goes, well, the first time I tried to kill someone, I picked up a college hitchhiker who got smart at some point and jumped out of my car. So, lesson learned, remove all the door handles. When they showed his picture, the student knew immediately that he was supposed to be the first victim of John Wayne Gacy, aka the killer clown, who had killed over 30 men and boys in his clown room and stuffed them into his basement.
This is the scariest story about the hit and run.
There was a man named Nathan who was driving one night. It was very dark and he could barely see. He was on a very lonely road and nobody was out driving. Nathan then began driving down a dark street when a kid suddenly came out of nowhere and walked onto the street. Nathan tried to swerve him, but he ended up hitting him. Nathan then stopped his car and got out and noticed it was a teenage boy and his body was twisted and there was blood everywhere. The kid was choking up the words, "Please help me." Nathan began freaking out and didn't know what to do. He then looked around and noticed nobody saw him do this. He then looked at the kid and said, "I'm very sorry." Nathan then got in his car and drove away as the kid lay there dying.
ये बैकग्राउंड म्यूजिक नहीं चाहिए। ये बैकग्राउंड म्यूजिक नहीं चाहिए। कुत्ते क्यों भौंक रहे हैं यार?